Hello dear viewers, welcome back to the channel, it's Maverick here, and today we are watching the grand finale of the Misfit of Demon King Academy. So, in the last episode, some pretty big revelations were made, right? First of all, we now know that Lei is actually a reincarnated canon. He's the true canon, which, it wasn't that big of a shocker to me for various reasons I've explained before. I just felt that Rei's character was a little bit suspicious, considering if he really just was a subordinate of Anno's, all of it would be laid bare immediately, right? So, that's okay, kind of on the side, and whatever. But the big reveal to me, honestly, was that he was the one behind all of this. Canon himself was the one behind all of this, impersonating Annis's name, and now essentially leading the demon army against the human army, right? Now, what my best guess here is that he's actually been disheartened by the betrayal of humans. He's like, I did all this for you, blah, 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 blah. How could you guys do this to me? Maybe he realizes that it's an irrational fear of the humans, that they can never change. And so once he realizes all this, he came to the conclusion that humans must be the one that are destroyed instead. I don't know. That's just my theory on all this. A lot of you guys are saying that we haven't seen the full story yet. So presumably, I guess that means my guess is wrong, but hey, let's hear it from the man himself, shall we? And get into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And there we go, right into it. How do you know they set up a plot? What? I don't... What? Eventually earlier. What? That makes no sense. You said yourself that humans will always desire to... Not to mention Drea's curse that he had. I don't think this is... I think you have faulty logic, Canon. Like, why would killing Anna's satisfy their desires to not to kill demons? You guys get what I mean? If anything else, I would say that they would be even more emboldened by the fall of Annos, aka Avos, and eradicate all the demons instead. You know, completely annihilate them. Well, alright. But yeah, in any case, you guys know what I mean? I think it's really, really weird here. Like, if Canon really had that power to change destiny or whatnot, why couldn't he have just done something about it regarding the others, right? I mean, they're the root of all this. What does that have to do with impersonating Annos? I mean, there's no guarantee that the humans will stop just because Anus is dead, right? I feel like there's definitely some better methods to go about this rather than that. And by the way, is it just me or is the opening a little bit different? Ah. The seiyuu of Anus is singing this, so it's actually Anus singing right now. Okay, okay, I like that. I actually really enjoy when anime does that. You know, change the opening and the ending. Either use the songs by the seiyuu themselves, or maybe allow them to sing it in their character voice. To me, it adds a lot more immersion into the anime itself. And I just enjoy that. Huh. Huh. Wow. Yeah, this is a huge difference in power. Drowned to death? Oof. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like... I feel like Hanan is definitely not at his full strength either. And it's still... They're being awfully... I wouldn't say selfish, but... what's the word for it? Self-righteous about all this. Huh? The hell? What the f... Why would it? Isn't this just going to prolong all of this? This honestly makes no sense at all. Yeah, seizure. See? Like, see? I mean, I feel like his hatred is directed at all the demons, not just him. Not just Anos. Yeah. Isn't that obvious? Like, couldn't you just have done that in the first place, dude? What? So they can form into one? Okay, so they get the best traits of both of them? Like, why can't Canon just come out and say that, hey, I'm the hero and oh my god. You guys need Anos here, alright? Yep. Oh. Time reversal? Oh? Hopes and prayers. Blah blah blah. Okay, so basically Anos was... Actually, Anos thought of this from the very beginning, so he wanted to draw him out, I'm guessing. I knew it. Oh my god. This... Alright. Uh... Ready for some more cheesy? What the hell am I watching right now? Oh my god. Yeah, sorry, I gotta mute this part, otherwise it'll be copyright struck. Wait, there's only one person singing now. Okay, there we go. This is so damn cheesy. Oh my god. I mean, honestly, all they needed to do was just kill this guy, Jirga. Damn. uh. Oh. Damn, this is going on a long time. Holy crap. Kind of reminds me of Macross. Why couldn't you just nullify his fate, like, from the first place? Yeah. Oof. Yeah, go to sleep, dude. Yeah, his wife and son. So with him finally gone, Ask should be gone as well, right? Oh, man, they can do that. Oh my. Hey, you have your own little love as well. Who I'm guessing is probably also a reincarnation of a great spirit or something. Ah. Yay. I mean, who's gonna abuse her now? Sekaiga Aini. Feel the world with love. That's the name of the group that sang that insert song. So has the truth finally come out? Yeah. So what's there to continue on about? That doesn't make it any better. Alright, so. Alright. Happy ending, I guess? Alrighty, so that was it for the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Well, I did some research, and I believe this is the ending in the light novels. I haven't really directly went and read it or found any information on it yet, but just looking at a brief synopsis of the light novels and whatnot, I do believe that this series has adapted maybe 3 to 4 volumes of the light novel series, and we're currently on 8, I believe. So the story still continues on, even though it seems Annas has already gotten his place back as the rightful ruler of the demons, and so on and so forth. Everybody knows who he is now. I really don't think he's a misfit of the Demon King Academy anymore, but presumably the story still continues on from here. They've kind of, I also think, maybe sort of sorted out the problem between the demons and humans, although, continuing on, if this is not an original ending and it does follow the light novels and whatnot, I think it can be an easy guess to say that perhaps there's still going to be some lingering problems. Maybe it's not just a case where it's only purely Jaeger, the guy who is just simply destroying him might not be enough to really resolve all this hatred, and potentially there are more complications, right? But as it stands, I do believe that this is following the light novel closely. So yeah, I mean, nice, I guess. I mean, honestly, the first half of the anime really got me scratching my head. So what I'm presuming actually is happening here, though, is that Annas basically made the decision. He knew that he could be resurrected from the very beginning, so he's like, you don't have any reason you need to sacrifice yourself, Canon. Just let me handle this, right? So it was always his intention to be resurrected, right? And I also think that potentially he was doing this in order to draw out like who was the one behind the scenes, like, or maybe just observe the situation, right? Like, so say for instance, if by slaying Annas, the humans actually decided to have peace and all that, then sure, he's like, okay, fine, that works. Let me just assume another identity sometime in the future or something of that sort, right? But I really don't think that's logical, right? Because they've never said it wasn't Annas that personally like slaughtered millions of humans or whatnot. It was always a back and forth, right? So if there were any sort of hatred that the humans harbor towards demons, and I'm not just talking about Jurga there, I'm talking about like humans as a whole, that's not going to change just because Annas himself is dead, right? And not to mention, if we are talking about Jurga in the first place, I really don't think his hatred of demons runs only as far as to Annos, right? And it really puzzled me as to how they were not able to recognize that from the very beginning. I think it was obvious even just watching Jurga and having and seeing his dialogue for like basically, I don't know, like 3 minutes, like a scene, something like that. It's pretty obvious that this guy had problems, right? So I really don't understand why they couldn't have just went back to the source of the problem and fixed him instead. Like, Canon, why the hell did you reincarnate yourself back into the demon world, right? Well, I guess not back, right? Why did you reincarnate yourself into the demon world? Couldn't you have simply went back and got rid of the problem, right? Got rid of Jurga, and then everything will be fine. The humans would be cool with the demons would be cool with the humans, and 2,000 years later, with no Jurga, the two sides will coexist peacefully, right? Why did if you already had this power to change people's destiny, why did you change Annas' destiny and not Jurga's? Right? That makes no sense to me. You could have had a good opportunity to snip the problem at its root, and instead you chose to spend the last 2,000 years not only building some sort of alternate history, but then also having to make this thing a whole lot more complicated than it should have been in the first place, right? So that's my main gripe with this. I really don't think that was the logical thing to do there, and it could have been done a lot better, right? So I'm glad, though, at the end, they did finally realize that, hey, as long as we kill Jurga and put him to rest, really fundamentally destroy his source, then no problem, right? So, I mean, I guess we kind of went on a big, long detour for 2,000 years and scratching, like, having far-ranging consequences. All of like, think about it. If they were able to sort that out at the very beginning, the demon world wouldn't have such warped values, right? Like those of royalty versus those that are non-royalty, that kind of stuff. Having warping the teachings of Annos or what he represented into this sort of very opposite of what he was trying to strive for and achieve, right? And even on the human side as well. Like if this problem was snipped at its root, we wouldn't have to have this this sort of a thing with the multiple reincarnating fake canons, right? Or Eleanor and her having to carry this burden for the past 2,000 years either, right? So I feel like all of this could have been avoided if Canon just simply used a bit more of his brains. I guess there's a reason why he didn't win in the end, right? I mean, I guess I'm kind of harsh on him. It's just that I just feel like the decision making of him was really, really questionable in not only 2,000 years ago, but in this episode as well. So at the very least, though, we got to see some pretty cool stuff. We got to see Canon and Anos join hands. The singing and all that, honestly, a little bit too cheesy for me. I mean, it's certainly entertaining, but it went on a little bit too long. All right, I think it went on at least twice as long as it reasonably should have been there. So I mean, sure, fine. I did like the ending though, with bringing Eleanor home. Hey, it's a third wife. Well, like I said before, in this type of series where we're not actually dealing with modern humans, modern human culture and whatnot, it's more acceptable and easy for the lead to have an actual true harem ending where he gets all the girls, gets all the wives, right? So that's kind of fun at the very end there. At least we do have some humor still there. The other, like, abilities and whatnot, and the actual action, I definitely was surprised by Misha and Sasha combining into one, and like I said, I do find it pretty hilarious that the combination got the best of both worlds, right? Because we definitely know that the breasts were inherited from Sasha and not, I mean, sorry, from Misha and not Sasha, right? And all that. But, yeah, I don't really know what else much to say. I kind of wanted to see the aftermath in the human world as well, but that's why the reason why I'm suspecting there's probably some more complications to take care of is partially rooted in the fact that we don't see the aftermath of what happened to humans and what happened to, like, their opinions of demons and so on and so forth, right? Because if we are going for, like, one big happy ending here, we should see the humans also realizing that they wanted to live in peace with the demons, right? So I'm thinking that if there's going to be any continuous story later on, it's probably going to be something related to that part. And anyways, that's it for this episode, right? So what about the series overall? I do like it. I think a lot of people initially wrote this off as being very generic, and I guess I can't blame them. It has this long light novel-esque title here, and then it's dealing with demon kings, it's dealing with academies and all that. And, to be fair, there are some parts of this that are pretty generic, but overall, I just find it to be an enjoyable series, right? I really like Anis's character. I like this type of male leads, this type of MCs, those that are more nonchalant about things. They carry themselves, they have this kind of cool attitude to them, but they can also crack a good joke as well, and also can turn on the violence when necessary, right? Not going to be a wimp about this, and not going to be too soft-hearted about all this. He's strict and cruel and vicious when he needs to be, and that is something that I sorely miss from a lot of MCs, even those that are supposedly working from the alternative side, right? So I do like that. I feel like the other characters, some of them are a bit more generic. Personally, I really feel that we didn't really get much screen time for Misha and Sasha. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. They got a lot of screen time, but they didn't really do anything, right? So I do hope that that will eventually be alleviated, maybe in the light novels, or if there is a second season, right? Which I highly doubt, but I guess it's possible. I think it would be great if we can get a little bit more character development and whatnot with these two. Like, sure, I know, I get it. They already have one kind of character development in recognizing who they are and being able to bond with each other again, right? But that's, you don't just stop a character at there and then don't develop them anymore, and then just keep on introducing new characters, right? That is actually a gripe I have with a lot of light novels as well, so I do like them to continuously evolve the original characters as well. And there were certainly a lot of other stuff, lots of extras, I guess you could say, who were here for like 1 or 2 episodes, and then we never see them again. Like, what happened to the Jirga Cannon squad, or the fake canon reincarnations back in the human realm, right? What about the fan union? What about them? What about the who is it called again? Amelia, I believe, the original head teacher, right? Who had this deep hatred and then was turned instead into a non-royal of like what became of her, and so on and so forth. Like, there's still a lot more stuff to discover. There's still a lot more stuff to develop. I do like the magic system here, even though I don't think it really follows a logical rule that we can discern immediately, but it follows some rules, right? I'm not sure if these rules are the most logical, like having a specific subset of magic just trying to build like a fortress or a castle or something like that. Like, I'm not sure how logical that is to have that specific branch of magic, but it is cool, right? And it's not something that you normally see from other stuff. I do like how they put an emphasis on these sort of set rules and set structures in regards to using magic and then combining them together. Although, of course, all of that is moot when we bring Anos into play because he's just so damn stronger than everybody else. Still, actually, we do see, like at the beginning of this episode, whilst he was fighting against Canon, he utilized a lot of the magic that was sprinkled throughout what we've seen so far, right? So he utilized those same exact magics, even though of course the power level is just much stronger than anything else. So, you know, like I said, I enjoyed this. I think it was much more enjoyable and much more entertaining than I was initially expecting, and probably what most people were initially expecting. It's just a fun fantasy kind genre type of anime kind of work. And honestly, I would probably not be I'd probably say I want to read a bit more about this, or maybe even watch a bit more anime of this. Probably read it. I'm really interested, at least curious, to see how they can continue the story after this kind of ending, where Anos has already, he's reincarnated. People know that he's a true Demon King now, and presumably they've defeated their biggest enemy. Now all that's left is to, live and prosper. Right, so what exactly is going to continue on? So are we then going to get the new events and so on and so forth from the perspective of him being the leader of the demons? Is there, like, how are they going to continue the story? That is what I'm really interested in. So I think I might at least check out the volumes after the ending of this to see what's going to continue on. But yeah, in any case, that's it for the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Now, thank you guys all for watching. I'm sure some of you guys are here specifically for this series, or discover me through this series. It'd be great if you also check out my other content. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do all my series in a similar format to this, where I'll have a blind reaction and I'll have a review section as well. So if you do like that kind of format, feel free to check out my other works. If not, well, hopefully we will meet again someday in another work that you are interested in. So there we go. That's it for now. Hope I will see you guys again. This is Maverick signing off. Bye bye.